Hello everyone, welcome to Digital Communication Tutorials. In this video, I'm going to show you how to draw the PN sequence generator when you are given a polynomial. To start with, we have a question here that reads, generate the maximum length sequence, which is in fact one of the forms of PN sequence, for the polynomial P of x equals 1 plus x square. This is our question. To start the solution, we have to start by identifying the order of the polynomial. The order here is the highest degree of x in the polynomial given. So, for this polynomial, the order is 2. You should note that the number of flip-flops in the shift register is equal to the order of the polynomial. Therefore, I will write the number of flip-flops in the shift register equals to 2. I start the diagram by first writing the two flip-flops and I will name it as flip-flop 1 and 2 respectively. After that, I have to label the inputs and outputs of each of the flip-flop from the elements of the polynomial. In one of the convention, we start by writing the output as 1, which is also equals to x power 0, and then we move left by increasing the power of x. If this is x power 0, this is x power 1, this is x power 2. After writing the labels, I have to write the feedback path. To identify the feedback path, I have to now go back and check what is our input. Here input is x square. So I have to rewrite this equation for x square. When I rewrite this, I will obtain x square is equals to 1 plus x. So the elements at x power 0, which is 1 here, and the elements at x will become the inputs to the feedback. That is what is shown here. So the elements 1 and x are to be added by using a modulo 2 adder to create the feedback. So that is why we have shown a line here indicating x and another line here indicating the element 1 are added using a modulo 2 adder, and the output of this modulo 2 adder will become the feedback path. Lastly, I have also shown a clock here just to show you that all the flip-flops on the shift register work on a common clock. Right, that is how you will write the sequence generator when you are given a polynomial. In an interesting thing, you should note it is not mandatory to label the inputs and outputs of the flip-flop in the fashion I have shown. In an alternating fashion, we can start by writing input as 1 and then move right by increasing the power of x. So, if this is 1, this will be x and this will be x square. Now, the input is 1. So, I have to rewrite this equation to find what is 1. By rewriting this, we will find 1 equals to x plus x square. So, I have to now add the elements of x and x square to create the feedback path. If you compare the two diagrams with different conventions for labeling, you will note they are exactly the same. However, please note this is only true for the polynomial given and need not always be like this. In certain cases, when you have a higher order polynomial with some of the elements missing, for example, here we have 1 plus x square, all of them are linearly appearing. If on the other hand, if we assume a different polynomial where one or more elements are missing, as what I will be discussing very soon, the diagrams for the two conventions will definitely differ. What I suggest is you have to stick with one of the conventions. If you are wondering if the maximum length sequences or the PN sequences generated by these two sequence generators will exactly be the same, for this particular case it will be same because we have exact diagram for both the conventions. If on the other hand the polynomial was a different one, the sequence will differ. However, the sequence generated will satisfy all the properties of the maximum length sequences and therefore will be a valid sequence. Let me now move on to another example here. The polynomial given is p of x equals 1 plus x cube. The order of the polynomial is 3 because that is the highest degree of the x. Therefore, the number of flip-flops in the shift register is also equal to 3. I start writing the diagram by first writing the 3 flip-flops. I will name it as 1, 2 and 3. Then according to the first convention I just discussed, I will label the output as 1 and then I move left by increasing the degree of x. So this will be x, this will be x square, this will be x cube. I also have shown a common clock here just to indicate you that all the flip-flops work on a common clock. Lastly, let us now see how the feedback path is generated. Since the input is x cube here, I will once again rewrite this equation for x cube. So x cube will be equal to 1 plus x. Coming back to the diagram, to generate the feedback path, I have to add the element x and the element 1 by using a modulo 2 adder, and this modulo 2 adder output will be the feedback path. The last example I will be discussing here will be for the polynomial p of x equals 1 plus x cube plus x power 4. The order of this polynomial is 4, therefore the number of flip-flops in the shift register will also be equal to 4. I start the diagram once again by writing the flip-flops and naming them as flip-flop 1, 2, 3 and 4 respectively. Then I start the labeling, the output is labeled 1, then I move left by increasing the power of x. So this will be x, x square, x cube and finally x power 4. To find the feedback path, I have to rewrite this equation for x power 4 because that is our input. So x power 4 can be written as 1 plus x power 3, and therefore the elements 1 and x cube in the diagram will form the feedback. So I go to 1, which is the output, then I have x cube which is here. These elements are to be added using a modulo 2 adder to create the feedback path. Please note, I have not discussed the PN sequence generation itself given the sequence generator. I have already created 2 videos on how to generate the PN sequence when you are given the sequence generator diagram. I will leave the link of those videos in the description below. Right, that is about this video on writing the diagram for the sequence generator when you are given a polynomial. If you like this video, kindly press that like button and subscribe to my channel for more videos on digital communication. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.